Hello everybody, how are you guys doing? Happy New Year, happy 2024 to all of you, and welcome to another Game of Thrones reaction. We are back. I'm super excited to get right back into this, guys. So, like, for a quick recap, Joffrey's dead, yay. Sansa was essentially captured by Snake, Lord Baelish, who Theon has become Rick. Arya and the Hound are marching around Westeros, becoming best friends. Jon Snow is back at Castle Black, getting everybody prepared for the oncoming wildlings. Tyrion is getting ready to be judged and accused for the murder of Joffrey. Tywin is already planting his seeds in the upcoming new king that we're going to be getting. Jaime and Cersei did the deed on top of, well, not on top, but basically on top of their dead son's grave. Stannis is getting a little bit anxious, and Sir Davos is going to do something to help with him pushing forward with his claim to the throne. Bran saw some visions that told him that he needs to go to King's Landing instead of where they were at, which is literally couldn't be further from King's Landing, which is so funny to me. Sam and Gilly were having their little affair or whatever. Sam was trying to protect Gilly by taking her from Castle Black and placing her in what I could only assume was a whorehouse. And then we have our Queen Dany, who is getting ready to liberate Egypt. So, with all that being said, make sure you give this video a thumbs up, subscribe for more content just like this one. Check out The Wolf of Snow Hollow, which is an interesting movie that I reacted to. I highly recommend it. It has thriller, mystery. It's a New Year's film in a way, and it has to do with werewolves. So if you guys are interested in any of that, make sure you check that movie out and check that reaction out that I've uploaded. And let's jump right into Game of Thrones, guys. I'm super excited.
Ears.
Isles. Summer. Isles.
Okay, so we have
Soma.
Sir Davos learning how to read, and now we have Mr. Grey Worm learning how to read. Or rather, he's learning like common tongue. Is that what English is called?
Remember your home?
I remember when they rowed us away from shore.
Now, I'm super interested to get more of both their backstory.
Do you remember your home?
Unsolid. Before unsolid, nothing.
That's not true.
Senajo Paiske.
Kill the masters.
Kill the masters.
How are the lessons coming?
Very well, Your Grace.
See you later.
He has found a big life
It's
purpose.
time.
Right, he went from basically having no real life purpose outside of being an unsolid to being given such a massive, or rather great task, which is basically to like co-lead in the liberation of all these people.
Valar Mugulis.
Valar Morghulis.
Meritovie jiderve samovita himeglezor espobilma.
Palska.
Gibrogies bezi satorgo nudo.
Who better to convince them than somebody who was literally in their place and is now free? I like this. Is that blood of the masters? Kill the masters. They just left him. They just left him. The soldiers left him. Wait, is that it? Did it do it? I must say, these cities have horrible defenses, but what a beautiful view. They must have really believed that the slaves would never uprise because they literally seem to be able to take
How many
over
children did the great masters nail to mileposts?
these entire cities by themselves, basically.
Yes, that was it.
I have a word.
Are you gonna hang them?
All these people are your subjects now. Sometimes it is better to answer injustice with mercy.
I will answer injustice with justice.
Yeah. You guys need to understand that she can also be quite ruthless. Okay, this is not all butterflies and rainbows up in here, guys. This is not gonna be a pushover. Look at this shot. Look at this fucking shot. Look at this beauty of a shot. This is so badass. That was so badass. This episode started off in a perfect way, I must say. But let's talk logistics, okay? She has accumulated a huge amount of people. I've already said that, like, they keep taking these big, rich cities and just leaving them and marching towards another big, beautiful city with a lot of money and resources. Here, they kind of seemed like they settled a little bit, you know? That shot of Dani looking down from her castle, the flag, they've basically planted their flag. Will we finally settle for a little bit? How many more cities are there for her to liberate? Are there any more? Or is she finished? I mean, I'm willing to bet that there are more, but like, what's the ultimate plan at the end of the day? Like, is her plan still to go and march and sail rather towards Westeros? Has her ambition changed? Does she now have the goal to liberate these people first? That seems to be like what her ultimate goal is right now. She doesn't appear to be thinking too much of climbing that ship and sailing towards Westeros. Also, it's great that they keep showing us this other side of Dani, outside of like the righteous. Well, that was still righteous from her standpoint, you know, nailing all these masters to the crosses just like they did those children. But I like how they made a concerted effort to showcase that she's not only this kind little girl, which is essentially she's still like, I assume like 18, whatever she is, where people can like walk over her in a sense, or might consider her to not be ruthless, to be honest enough to rule, because you do need to have a stern belief in justice system. I feel like she's showcasing that she can be, you know, she can be pretty tough. She can be pretty tough. So I always appreciate when they show that aspect of your character. Definitely.
That's me knocking your ass to the dirt with your own hand.
That's pretty disrespectful.
You were his first choice. He named you for his champion because
He
he
did.
knew you would ride day and night to come fight for him.
Good job, Bron. Play with his emotional attachment to Tyrion. That's what we need.
Tell you the truth,
We need him to fight for him this time.
For war.
There needs to be a trial by combat again, and Jaime is going to take up for Tyrion.
Is that supposed to make me feel better?
Maybe a bit.
So how is our sister?
What do you think? The son died in her arms.
Your sister wants you dead,
Her son
Tyrion.
fell altogether by having me killed.
Now that you mention it, she did ask.
Should I turn around and close my eyes?
So good thing that the cat's out the bag immediately.
Did you do it?
If I killed your son,
Are you really asking if I'd kill my brother?
Okay, good response,
How can I
Jaime.
help you?
Good response, Jaime.
well, you could set.
Where are you taking me?
I'm getting married to your Aunt Lysa.
So you aren't married to
Waiting
her
for
yet?
us at the Eyrie.
So you haven't been to the Eyrie yet? What were you doing all this time, you little fool? Just sailing around waiting for your opportunity to pounce?
Did you kill Joffrey?
Did I kill Joffrey?
Yeah, we asked you a question.
Do you remember that lovely necklace Dantas gave you? I don't suppose you know.
Yeah, you literally just talked about it in the previous time we saw
after
you.
the feast.
The poison.
The poison was in
I
that
don't
stone.
understand. The Lannisters gave you wealth, power. Joffrey made you the Lord of Harrenhal.
Know who you are or what you want. They can't know what you plan to do next.
I don't believe you.
I was gonna say, can we even
If
believe
they
that
catch
when
you,
he says
they'll
this?
put your head on a spike.
He wouldn't be sharing
You
this
risk
information
that
like
just
this.
to confuse them.
Well, no, he wants to become the ultimate ruler. That's not really the reason why he would kill him. He wants to rule.
Then they die.
But would he willingly share this information like this to you?
And what do you want?
Everything?
Everything.
Fucking. So he is basically confessing right here.
As for what happened to Joffrey, that was something my new friends wanted very badly. Nothing like a thoughtful gift to make a new friendship grow strong.
Grandma
Time has come, my dear.
Tyrell cooperated with the freaking Snake Lord? I can see that. I can 100% see that.
Accusing her brother of his murder, which he didn't commit.
Well, he could have done.
Oh, he could have done, but he didn't.
You don't know, Grandmother.
She does
I
know.
do know.
Because she did it with
You
Snake.
don't think I'd let you marry that beast, do you?
Freaking pose again. The cat's out the bag this episode. Okay. So Grandma cooperated with Snake. For anybody new to the channel, Snake Baelish, because she's a fucking snake. So Grandma cooperated with Snake to take out Joffrey. Motives. Snake wants to rule the world. He wants to be King Snake. He wants to rule everything, as he said. He wants to be the master of everything. Grandma Tyrell, Olenna, Miss Olenna, obviously wanted to protect her granddaughter. Also maybe wanted to protect the inevitable strain that was going to be put between them and the Lannisters when eventually either Joffrey killed Marjorie or Marjorie killed Joffrey, because one of the two was going to happen eventually. There's no way. You can try and act the part all you want with that guy, but like eventually something was gonna go wrong. And in one way or the other, the Tyrells and the Lannisters would be at each other's heads. So maybe she foreshadowed or foresaw that one as well and was like, we're gonna nip this in the bud. So we have our culprits, we have the people that literally are telling us they did it. So I'm gonna believe them. Of course, Game of Thrones might throw another twist in there for us, one way or another. But for now, we're gonna take what they're saying for face value, that they cooperated and took out Joffrey. Their motives make perfect sense. Should I give props to Snake for getting rid of Joffrey for me? Nah. Nah. Nah.
You want to do is disarm them to try and even the odds.
So, Snow is telling them the things he learned during his time there. Is that the fucking Bolton dude? That's a freaking Bolton guy, right? The cut of James' hand?
Yep.
That is him, right? Am I crazy? What is he doing there?
Someone has to train them, and that someone isn't you. Go find a chamber pot to empty.
For what?
Give me an excuse.
You're the worst possible commander they could have had here. You're willingly compromising your understaffed, your already understaffed army, you fucking idiot.
Oh, you think I care if they like me? We're at war.
There will be a choosing. The old
Fuck you
master
too,
will insist on
motherfucker.
it. You might reconsider his request to march on Crastus, or you might be taking orders from him the rest of your life.
Sir Idiot and Sir Mega Idiot right there. If you think the mutineers are gonna take out Snow,
Wanted to do my part for the safety of the realm.
no, he was given some type of order
I was game warden in the Stormlands. Figured I wouldn't have to suck up to any highborn cunts here.
You waiting for summer?
Guess I was wrong.
Okay, that was funny.
You have one man guarding the future king.
I promise you someone's safe. We're protecting him.
The way you protected Joffrey.
You can't steal my lines, Cersei.
How are you?
I'm alright.
You are. You will be. I'll see to that.
Like you showed to Joffrey.
Catelyn Stark's dead.
So if I told you to leave the capital right now and find Sansa, that murderous little bitch, and bring me her head, would you do it?
I usually like drunk Cersei. This is a side of drunk Cersei I'm not a fan of right now.
4 men at Tommen's door, day and night. That will be all, Lord Commander.
I would excuse Cersei's stance if she started acting that way after Jaime did what he did in the previous episode, but she had been acting that way towards him even prior to that. Is that him? Is he not safe actually? Are we gonna see another one get killed?
How did you get past the King's Guard?
Okay, I don't think Marjorie's gonna kill him.
I'm to be your bride.
Marjorie, this is a child. Marjorie, this is
Before
a
we
literal
decide to
child.
spend our lives together, we ought to get to know one another, don't you think?
Marjorie, this is still a little kid.
My mother
It can be our secret. Man and wife will have a few secrets from her, I hope. So, Your Grace, I should go.
You should. So we have Tywin planning his siege at the Little King, now we have Marjorie planning her siege. I was kind of worried that she was going to do more than what she did. Thank God she didn't. She just wanted to get a good scope of him. That was kind of a job interview right there. So what is Brienne's role at King's Landing right now?
Valyrian steel. It's yours.
I can't
It
accept.
was reforged from Ned Stark's sword. Lady Stark's dead. Arya's probably dead too, but there's still a chance to find Sansa. and
Thank
get her
God she's
somewhere
not.
safe.
That looks like good
I
armor.
hope I got your measurements right.
So that's Brienne's new role now. She's gonna go searching for Sansa.
Brother owes him a debt. He's not safe here. You'll be keeping him from harm. It's chivalry.
Okay, Jaime, you're making good decisions.
Compliments of Lord Tyrion. His axe from the Blackwater.
And my axe.
They say the best swords have names. Any ideas?
They also say that only cunts name their swords.
Oathkeeper.
Ah, that's the name of the episode. Symbolic, of course. Their relationship was basically forged in their oaths that both of them have given to a lot of people.
I'll sanction it. But I won't order anyone to go with you. Volunteers only.
I have a feeling that the only ones that are gonna go are the ones that with this guy, he's gonna go, the other guy, the one that got sexually abused is gonna go. I feel like the little child is gonna go. He might go, and Sam might go.
The man's own men, stabbed in the back by cowards. He deserved far better. Who will join me?
That's a good speech, my guy, but I don't think you're gonna get much participation. So I got one right. I'm gonna get two right here. Yep, two right. I'm expecting the third one to stand up. Okay, who are you? Okay, that's four. I do not account for those two. That's five. Maybe I've underestimated how much they like Jon Snow. That's six, and I don't trust you. Fuck, he shouldn't have been the one. He's probably a plant there to kill you.
Thank you, brothers.
Drinking wine from the skull of Gior. Fucking Mormon.
What degeneracy is going on here?
Fuck them till they're dead.
Those poor girls over there can't catch a break. They went from the worst character to the worst characters.
Let's give the walkers what they want.
Hopefully the White Walkers kill this man.
Raster's headed that way.
Oh, he's gonna send him? I don't care, kill him as well. I hope they don't think that we're gonna care for this man. You're not somebody. You're not gonna survive this, hopefully. Do you even know where you're placing it? Poor little fella. Is that Ghost?
Pink-eyed fuck.
You thirsty?
You pussy. What do you think that means? That's right, run. But you're not gonna make it far. Hopefully. They're gonna find the child. They're so close to the Craster's Keep. Do they know that the White Walkers come here? Is he also gonna fight Ghost here? Yeah, he found Ghost.
Back soon, we'll meet at...
Hell no! No, this is the worst possible scenario. I knew these fuckers, I would hate these fuckers, bro. Whenever they showed us them again. I knew I would despise these fuckers. Don't tell him who you really are, Bram. Oh, fuck.
See where I come from. Highborn hostage. That's valuable. But 3 of them. That's a lot of mouths to feed.
Brandon Stark of Winterfell.
It's Jon Snow's brother.
It's Mira, right here.
They're really like trying hard to give us a plethora of characters that we can hate now that Joffrey's gone. I respect that. I hate it, but I respect that. Oh, he has taken the baby. Are we gonna finally see what they do to the babies given to them? Do they turn them into one of theirs? Where are you going? Do they have a... Tell me they have a kingdom of their own. I really need to know what actually White Walkers are. Like, are they former people turned into White Walkers? Do they have different genders? What are you gonna do to this poor child? They turn them into them. That's what they do. I swear I said this. I swear I said this when we first figured out that Craster was handing them children. I swear I said that they were taking them and building their army with them. Didn't I say it? Will I have to go and roll back the tape? So he gives his boys up to those things. And then they do what with the boys? Do they eat them? Or is he providing like whatever that creature was with like an actual army of boys when they grow up? I mean, it only makes sense. How do White Walkers come to be? How do they become White Walkers? I mean, we get that the dead, they can turn into zombies and stuff. Like, I think they would need like alive, living beings to turn into the White Walkers. We really haven't really gotten too much info on the White Walkers outside of them existing and the fact that they're coming during winter. That seemed like they have a whole like hierarchy or whatever. They have like something, it looked like a kingdom even. So yeah, so much stuff happened this episode. We learned who killed Joffrey. That was a team up I was not expecting, Baelish and Olenna. But again, they were the people that I kind of like suspected after My initial suspicion of Oberyn kind of passed. I even examined Tyrion's possibility to do this, and it wasn't seeming likely. So like, I did focus on Baelish and Olenna afterwards. I was like, it might be one of those two, and it was both of them. That's an alliance that I'm gonna have to keep an eye on for the remainder of the show. I honestly was not expecting us to find out who killed Joffrey so soon. In parts I'm glad that we did, because it gave us a whole lot more possibilities that they can explore with the story. Marjorie was playing some more chess right there, thinking a few steps ahead. The future king seemingly was very unprotected. Jaime, I don't know what Jaime's doing, but he's not doing a good job of keeping these kings protected at his watch, because Marjorie just waltzed right in there. At first I was kind of worried for where that scene might have gone. I'm kind of glad that Marjorie didn't have something else in her mind to try and get Tormund fully on her side, if you know what I mean. And if Tywin is gonna do the same thing, we might as well have Marjorie try and do her thing with her web with the future young king herself. We unfortunately got reintroduced to Craster's Keep. That whole little place is cursed. I hate every single one of them. Hopefully the White Walkers come and wash them over. The one good thing though with Bran now being captured by those idiots is that Jon Snow is heading there. That's a good thing. Let's keep our fingers crossed. Those idiots are not gonna kill Jon Snow. Do you hear me, Game of Thrones? Those idiots better not kill Jon Snow. You better not play with me, Game of Thrones. You better not play with me. I was not enjoying drawing Cersei this episode, while I usually really do, which was unfortunate. She was very sour. She had no sass at all to her this episode. She usually was a lot more sassy when she's drunk. In the past, she had some really good lines. Here she was just hateful and bitter, which was unfortunate. Jaime seems to be moving in the way that I would have hoped his character was gonna be moving now that he's back at King's Landing, outside of the whole forcefully take my sister on top of my dead son's grave thing that happened in this previous episode. He seems to be moving how we would expect his newly developed character to be moving, which I kind of respect. He reassured us that he's not gonna kill Tyrion, which is good. He helped Brienne leave, gave her a squire, gave her a weapon, gave her armor, and set her off to fulfill the task that he basically promised he would do, which is find, I guess, Sansa and Arya, really. Although they might think that Arya is dead. And get them back to, I don't know who. As we said, the only remaining Starks are Bran, outside of Sansa and Arya obviously, are Bran, Rickon and Jon Snow. So like, listen, I've come to the realization that the Starks are never really going to ever reunite again and be one happy family again. I'm willing to live with that. I guess Brienne is just gonna go and try and find Sansa. My bet is that Brienne is gonna actually find Arya first and the Hound, if they're still together. That's what I think. I think that Brienne and Arya are eventually going to be a team up of characters. And she's not gonna actually find Sansa, because Sansa's gonna be at the Vale. She's gonna be at the Vale. We also found out that apparently Baelish has not married into the loyalty of the Vale yet. So there is still a way for us to prevent this. There's still a way for Snake to fall on his face, for his plans to crumble, which I'm definitely rooting for if you guys have not realized yet. And of course we have Dany, straight at the beginning of the episode, capturing Egypt, getting another city under her rule. Hopefully they kind of stay there a little bit, get their finances in check, a lot of mouths to feed, get their battle tactics ready, maybe form some more alliances with people now that she has all these kingdoms and all this power. I assume she still has those other cities that she conquered, because it would be dumb to leave them unguarded for people to reclaim. They have not explained that part at all for me, but hopefully she stays there. I felt like that whole city was very fitting for her to rule from, and I still don't know where she's at considering her march towards Westeros. In Bran's vision, he did see a dragon flying over King's Landing. How soon is that? I just need to like, they need to let me in on Dany's battle tactic, because I feel like I'm kind of being left out. I need to know what their next move is gonna be, so that I can judge it accordingly. And we also got to know a little bit more about Grey Worm. I am a really big fan of Grey Worm, personally. I really like his origin story, I really like where his character is currently, as I discussed in the beginning of the episode. He's kind of been tasked with basically like to be the complete opposite of what he was literally groomed to be a follower, be a slave. He's now embracing the part of being a leader, someone that is freeing people who were him. Again, I don't know if there's a better life purpose for a person in Grey Worm's position than the one that he's in right now. I can understand how important this must feel to him, this task that he's been given. Again, he's still following Dany's command, but I think that like at this point, even if for whatever reason Dany got crazy and told him to stop doing what he's doing, it's not gonna connect. I feel like he has set his mind towards the goal of freeing all these people and liberating them, and I think that arc is beautiful for him. I am also hoping to get some more on Missandei. Her. I do need to get more about her character, her backstory. We did find out she comes from Nath, but I need some more from her. But that's all I have for you guys today. Thank you so much for watching as usual, and I'll see y'all in the next reaction video. Have a good one. Bye.